Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 73 of Let's Play Dynasty Warriors Origins. Alright, it's finally time for the final battle at Xiakou. Having unified with the Shanwei, Wu strikes at the hated Huang Zu once more, bring this fated fight to a close. Meanwhile, Jiangxia
Things have escalated quickly.
You think?
In truth, I thought ruling the realm might one day be our aim. But now that I've heard those words from the others, the sheer weight of that idea is mind-boggling.
Try not to overthink things.
Maybe you're right. Overthinking has long been a bad habit of mine. My brother once told me that it can also be a strength, but anything can be detrimental in excess. Everyone is excited about taking down Huang Zu, at the prospect of conquest and revenge. However, it seems evident to me that I am perhaps the one who most desperately wishes to see him dead. When I avenge our father, which is something even my brother could not do, I may finally be able to see myself as their equal. I think then I will be able to consider even greater ambitions without fear or hesitation. When Sa died, I realized that I'm the selfish kind of man at heart. I want to share in the sadness, the anger, the passion felt by the others. Yet, I always end up choosing the most logical or convenient path for me. But, in this upcoming battle, I will defeat Huang Zu, no matter what. Then, I will be able to move forward as the leader of Wu. I will be relying on your skills out there.
And you shall have them.
Let's begin.
Now that we're all here, let us begin the council. With the Shanwei dealt with, we have achieved a measure of peace within Wu. We have therefore recommenced our attack against our mortal enemy.
Now then.
Our target is Huang Zu. He has escaped our wrath time and time again, but this time, we shall slay him. Our expeditionary force is once again led by Lord Sun Quan. No matter what happens, he must live to bring our shared desire to fruition. Both armies' formations are, oddly, the same as they were last time, but this time, we have experience fighting in their territory. We have already established where there may be traps. It is also unlikely that our forces will suffer any debilitating surprise attacks. A good strategy will be charged right into these dangerous positions. The enemy will think we have fallen for their trap and let their guard down. Also, if there is anyone among them we should be wary of, I'd say it's Gan Ning.
Yes.
Gan Ning, leave him to me. Even if it costs me my life, I will see to it that he is slain.
Aye.
Ling Tong, I will not stop you from avenging your father, but I want you to come back alive. Ling Tong's quest for vengeance puts him in great danger. That makes it all the more important to keep a close eye on Gan Ning. Banga, this will be your task. Watch Gan Ning carefully and be ready to intervene to prevent the worst from happening. Understood. Heh. I'm impressed that you are willing to take on such a task with so little guidance. We're all going into this with different feelings in our hearts, but if we work together, I'm sure everyone will be satisfied with the result. Now, let's end this once and for all. The fate of Wu is in our hands. Alright, I guess I'll be going with Zhou Yu for this one. Actually, no, let's go with Xiang Xiang.
It is I, Sun Xiang, the Bow Maiden.
Don't let me down now.
I'm counting on every last one of you. We will have our vengeance upon Huang Zu.
We will defeat our longtime nemesis and advance yet further. This battle will decide the future of our kingdom.
Oop, banger alert!
There is no reason for us to fear Huang Zu now. The enemy officer the enemy's base has been defeated. One by one. Commence the advance.
Alright, I'll start with this one over here.
Ling Tong, avenge your father. Do not be reckless.
I know, Lord Louis Mong. I will take down Gan Ning. Calmly, and with certainty.
The enemy officer has been defeated. An expeditious advance is essential to our cause. Onward, this territory. We march at once.
Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on them too. I know how delicate Sun Quan can be.
We need to find a way to get on top.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Nope.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Oh, is there another officer here? There you are.
The enemy officer has been defeated. We will set off their traps and get them to lower their guard.
Okay, while you're working on that, I'm gonna cut off this officer. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, hit it too late.
The enemy officer
Oh no, there's three!
defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. Stop their advance. The enemy officer has been defeated. Keep calm. It's not much of a trap if we know it's coming. Advance! All of you, follow me! Let's march!
I think I should back up my unit over here. Ow! I got logged. I wonder if you could, like, do, like, a perfect dodge on log. Probably not. Alright, get this guy out of here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Tigers they proclaim to be.
Keep pushing to the end. The enemy's main hold is right in front of us. Now, advance! The enemy officer has been defeated. Send out the ships! We're going after Sweat Twin!
Looks like it's finally our time to shine. Let's go!
Wait here. We need to make sure it's safe. Superb. You never fail to impress me with your feats.
Alright, let's go.
Almost at our limits.
Now's our chance. Begin the ambush!
Oh, Ganning's on the ship and heading to our camp.
How much longer can I remain loyal to Huang Zu? I wonder what Gan Ning thinks of this.
I mean, Ganning is so far still loyal to Huang Zu. Only so far.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
slay as many officers as necessary.
Okay, Jotai's got his momentum back.
Chop chop. Show what we can do.
Defeat 2 enemy officers. Good thing I had one of them already softened. Oh, I think I hit the wrong button.
The enemy officer has been defeated. On me, we have the perfect use for a brute like yourself. Tear into the enemy forces and get to Swan Tre. My pompous little. Forget it. Do my job. Simple as that. The enemy officer has been defeated.
There he is at last.
But did I break the force already?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Yeah, I did.
The enemy officer has been defeated. There is no reason to stay on the defensive. We will instead attack, repel them, and then engage in a counterattack. Start the advance.
Oh, God.
Bear witness to my power. As good a time as any.
Okay, that's one way to hit the chariots.
I will resist no further. Ling Tong has gone after Gan Ning. I should also make a move. We'll take an enemy ship, enter into their stronghold.
Oh, there's Huang Zu.
Commence the advance. Come at me. Time's right. Go. I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself, Gan Ning. I, Ling Tong, will have my revenge.
Remember the son of that officer. So you want revenge? Well, I'm not just going to hand myself over to you on a platter.
Not bad at all. You really are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Oh, he was still going. Let's get him, girl!
Let's end this. Can't believe this.
No, I didn't have to fight Gan Ning.
It's been defeated. So their fangs have finally reached me. Perhaps this was inevitable. I've been bested. Well, at least I made a mark on the battlefield. I've got nothing more to say. Whatever happens now is up to you.
We've finally done it. We've defeated our nemesis. Shout out in triumph, as fiercely as roaring tigers!
Alright, the sword is now at 11. Bumps up defense again. This is to rank level 92. There we go. Soon will be at max skill points.
It's over, isn't it?
Yes. We have finally avenged our father. And thanks to all of you, I've now accomplished something that even my brother could not do.
Brother, there's something I've been thinking. You ought to believe in yourself more. I'm not sure anyone other than you could have succeeded in defeating Huang Zu.
I'm not so sure. But I'd like to believe you're right. Whatever the case may be, we shall no longer be haunted by our father's death. We can move forward as a kingdom. Let us continue to pursue our path to a safer and more prosperous nation.
Right. We have a lot to live up to. We mustn't forget, even for a moment, our pride as members of the Swoon clan.
We will lay down our arms and surrender. None of us wish to give our lives for Huang Zu.
Quite the rationalist.
My service to him was bought with coin. I'm not so dutiful as to die for such a man.
Gunning, what about you?
I mean, I'd rather live, but...
Good. That makes things simpler. And even if you did give yourself up, I wouldn't have accepted your surrender.
I'm not surprised. I've got nothing to say as long as you take Su Fei in. So go on, take your revenge. We all know that when you go into battle, there will be hatred on both sides. And when the dust settles, the loser rarely forgives the victor. That's why I won't beg for my life, nor will I apologize for killing your father.
Well, that is a rational outlook. My lord, executing someone as formidable as Gan Ning would be a waste. He would surely prove himself extremely valuable to our kingdom.
Wait a minute, Lord Zhou Yu. You cannot be serious.
I am sorry, Ling Tong. But I was thinking the same thing.
Lord Sun Quan, you have taken your revenge by defeating Huang Zu. But I still haven't avenged my own father.
I know. I know how bitter and miserable you feel. But for now, I want you to direct that hatred at me instead. I cannot bring myself to have him executed after seeing his strength firsthand. I know it may be hard to stomach. But for Wu to make progress, we must gather as many soldiers as we can, and even let go of our grudges if need be. That is why we made peace with the Shan Yue the way we did. And you are wise. You must know this already.
But Lord Sun Quan,
Ling Tong, wait!
Are you sure? I would be like kindling in Wu. One wrong step, and I'll end up burning the whole place down.
If you are kindling, then we just need to find the right use for you. We need men with experience in naval combat, and you certainly have that.
Oh, and what for?
The major warlords in the realm are preparing to fight over Jing province. Myself included.
Wu slew its nemesis and solidified the unity of its ranks. The eyes of its young leader shone upon the bright future of his kingdom, but a threat was approaching from the north. Meanwhile, Wu County...
Bringing Lord Ling Cao's killer into the fold, and then asking Ling Tong to fight alongside him. That is rather cruel.
I suppose there's no way I can keep my distance from him now. While I understand his resentment toward me, he acts so aggressively I can't help but wonder if he still intends to kill me. And since I prefer to avoid injury or death, I was hoping I could ask you for some advice.
Sorry to say, the only help I can give is handling the aftermath of your fights. In the end, the two of you are going to have to resolve things on your own. Still, Ling Tong may be young, but he has a sense of how things ought to be. And he knows full well that Wu needs you. The only question is whether he can make his heart obey his mind.
So what? I need to appeal to his emotions somehow? I wouldn't really have a clue how to go about that. I'm telling you, we need to get this sorted out, or one of us is going to end up out of action for good.
If you're going to clash with one another, why not choose a way that won't put your lives at risk? Like a game of Go.
Me? Play Go?
Ling Tong's quite the master at that game. You won't have a chance unless you practice a lot.
I'd never be able to beat him.
Well, that's too bad. Whatever you do, you're going to have to prove in earnest and through action that you're someone worthy of his trust. Anyway, look after him, will you? You're much more battle-hardened than he is.
I suppose I'll have to. I'll just have to be careful not to aggravate him, though.
Well.
Oh, we don't have any letters, so I guess I'll just go. Hey. Banga, I want you to train me again. Don't go easy on me. The thing is, I have to get stronger. Right away if I can. Why? You just gonna fight Gan Ning right now? Okay, I don't think I need to stick with the sword. Let's go back to the fists. After losing his father, Ling Tong swore to mold himself into a stronger warrior. Help him train. Okay. I'll see what Zhou Yu wants. Well, actually, I got another mission to do.
I guess you will do for an opponent.
Hey, you're the one that challenged me!
How's about a one-on-one?
Looking rough.
Oh, I didn't get enough time to do it. Gotta love air juggling.
Guess I let my guard down. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Oh, he got cooked. I know I'm the one who asked for it, but you really don't let up, do you? Still, though, I can't give up now.
Thank you.
Anyway, I owe you one. I think I can move forward now, thanks to you. Training of the Soon Forces number 2. Army training is underway. Guide your forces to victory, analyzing the flow of battle and watching for enemy tactics. Alright. Oh, it's this map again.
Forward march! All of you, advance! Keep up with your commander!
I'm gonna try a different route.
A worthy foe approaches. I shall take care of them. Begin the advance.
We will wait here. Keep your strength in reserve.
So I don't think I've ever bothered to go this way. I would just go on with them. I'll see if this is the better approach. Because I know that we usually get hit by an ambush. And it affects our leader's morale immensely.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This even ground Here's our chance to make a move. An unprepared charge into enemy ranks will be the end of them.
Oh, we'll see about that. No, you alright? I'm gonna chill out.
Begin the advance. All units, march. Let's give it to them. The enemy officer has been defeated.
The time has arrived. All of you, get ready. Charge!
My power alone is insufficient for a comeback.
We are to crash into the enemy with everything we have. Get ready.
Alright, so far so good. I'm just gonna stick here separate from everyone else for now.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Halt. Let us observe for now.
Wait, can I just ignore everything and just go straight for, who is the commander? Lu Su. I can just go straight for Lu Su. Let's see if that's a wise idea. I'm probably not going to be able to destroy that arrow tower, ever. Not at this rate.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Just one blow. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Oh, Gan Ning's there too.
This appears to be as far as we come.
Oh god, when Gan Ning's doing that run, it reminds me of his old Muso in the older games. Wait, is that Joe? Oh, that's Joe Tai. I thought that was Joe Yu.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to act.
That was my kind of battle from start to finish.
Yeah, that I just separate from everyone else. But hey, a win's a win. Figured I'd do it a different way, and it worked out. Hey.
You refuse to fight me? Despite how you look, you're just a coward.
Quit squawking. A fledgling out for blood is still just a fledgling. You're no threat to me. Think about it from my point of view. You could get seriously hurt. And then, what would happen?
What? You just assume you'll be able to beat me? Well, I'll show you.
That's enough. You can't train and argue at the same time. Dan Ning, you come with me before someone really does get hurt. Perfect timing. Look after Ling Tong for me, would you?
Certainly.
Hey! I don't need...
Come on, let's go.
He's a fool. He doesn't realize that you just saved his skin.
So, why are you here?
I came to see you.
Why can't you ever let me stew in my own misery? I trained with you, at my father's behest. Yet this fledgling is no closer to leaving the nest. Whenever I see him, I can't help but consider ending him with some accidental slip of my hand during training.
And that's why I'm here to see you.
Not to mention, I had grossly underestimated his abilities. Admit it, even you must have grown weary at that stunt I pulled.
I understand how you feel.
You do? But how can you? Without experiencing what I have. Well, you always have had a capacity for empathy. In any case, would you be willing to beat me into shape? Remake me from the ground up? First, I need to establish myself among the others in Wu. I feel it's better to start there than let that bastard distract me. And if I ever get the urge to pick a fight with him again, now I know that I can talk things over with you instead. The fledgling learns to fly in the shadows of his forebears. Can I count on you to look after me? Until I am strong enough to leave the nest?
I suppose I could. Alright, I guess I'll talk to Zhou Yu.
Have you heard the news? Liu Biao of Jing died the other day. And Cao Cao is not a man to miss an opportunity. I'm sure he will begin his southward advance.
Should he take Qing province, his conquest of the realm will become virtually unstoppable. For Wu to survive in the face of such a threat, we must strengthen our kingdom until we have the power to rival him, and that will require more territory.
Is there no other way?
I am sure there is. But expanding our borders is probably the easiest path.
One can strategize endlessly, but the fact remains that a small territory simply cannot host a massive army.
But first, there is something we must do in preparation. A task you two would be well suited for. I want you to act as messengers to send our condolences and meet with Liu Biao's successor, Liu Song. While there, find Liu Bei, who is said to be staying with him, and subtly ask him to join our side.
There is, however, a possibility that Cao Cao has already made a move. He did consider Liu Bei a threat, after all.
You're a longtime acquaintance of Liu Bei and his men, are you not? So let me ask you this. What kind of man is Liu Bei, in your eyes?
Man of compassion, a man with great potential, a thoughtless man. He is a man of compassion.
Compassion. Sounds like the exact opposite of Cao Cao, who favors reason above all. Unlike a man of reason, one of compassion can be swayed by momentary emotions. Perhaps that changeability is what Cao Cao fears so much. Whatever the case may be, bringing Liu Bei to our side will be a necessity in countering Cao Cao. Good luck, you two. The fate of the House of Sun depends on you.
Alright, go to Liu Bei's side. I guess I should do that. He's just right over there. Near Jiangsha.
Have you heard? They say Cao Cao invaded Xingye with a huge army.
Xingye? Isn't that where Lord Liu Bei is?
It was. But apparently he fled and headed to Shanyang to ask Lord Liu Song for help. Then, Lord Liu Song went and surrendered right away, instead of trying to shelter Lord Liu Bei. He probably didn't want him around because he was so well liked by Lord Liu Biao.
So, do you know if Lord Liu Bei is safe?
These are just rumors, but I hear he left and took the people of Xiangyang with him to seek help from Lord Liu Qi in Qiansha.
You mean everyone in Xiangyang? That's incredible!
Lord Liu Bei was extremely popular with the people there. I guess they all wanted to go with him.
It appears things are rather tense. Cao Cao is moving much faster than we thought. Let's see if we can head to Jiangxia, and let us hope Liu Bei is still safe.
I'm sure he is. Hope there's actual music there.
I did not expect Cao Cao to make his move this quickly. But I am glad you are safe, Lord Liu Bei. Though I must say I was surprised that you've brought your people with you.
We would not have made it here if not for the remarkable efforts made by everyone. And by Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun, and Zhuge Liang in particular.
We are thankful to them as well. For it would have been a grievous blow to lose you.
Ah, and what might you mean by that? Compared to someone like Lord Sun Quan, who controls all of Jiangdong, I am but a minor leader without power or land.
Without power and land, perhaps. But you are also one of the few lords who garner a lot of attention. We believe that if we can join forces with you, we may even be able to counter Cao Cao. As we speak, he is seeking to take Jing Province, a critical territory. If his invasion is successful, both your forces and ours will soon be overrun. To put it simply, we believe our interests align. Lord Sun Quan has control over Qiangdong proper, and has even expanded Wu's reach by taking in the Shan Yue and minor lords. If you wish to take on Cao Cao, it may be worthwhile for you to ally with us.
We are very grateful for the offer. We have been searching for allies as well, so we would be...
Lord Liu Bei, may I interject? Lord Lu Su's offer is truly a gracious one. However, I have a hard time believing that there is a consensus on this matter within Wu. Joining up with a small group like ours to fight against the mighty army of Cao Cao? That seems like mere bravado at best.
It pains me to admit it, but you're right. When we heard that Liu Song had surrendered to Cao Cao, we left for Jiangxia right away. Our orders in coming here were indeed to secure an alliance with Lord Liu Bei. But I cannot claim that our side has reached a consensus on the matter.
Then, it is only fair to obtain the agreement of those in Wu. For an alliance without mutual understanding will only bring division. Lord Liu Bei, I would like your permission to act as a messenger to Wu. I will convince the officers there and make this agreement a reality.
Alright, head for Chai's Song with Zhuge Liang. Alright, I'll head there now. That might have been the wrong boat. Actually, no, we can still get there. I know, Dream Battle will still have to wait.
Enough to defeat Cao Cao's divisions?
Meanwhile, Chaisang County.
We've been called for a meeting. It seems a message from Cao Cao arrived just before we returned.
A call for surrender?
Yes. It was written in more delicate language, but it was in essence asking for our surrender. Perhaps we should have expected this, but those in Wu have split right down the middle, just as Zhuge Liang predicted. There are those who claim that victory is impossible against Cao Cao, and that we should surrender before any unnecessary bloodshed. And then there are those who say we should ally with Liu Bei and resist Cao Cao with everything we have. If there is anyone capable of uniting the two factions together, I can think of no one more fit for the task than Lord Zhou Yu. But unfortunately, he is away at the moment. He is likely busy taking measures of his own to make sure we are prepared for the coming danger. Ultimately, the only way we can protect both our domain and our people is to rise up and rival Cao Cao for control of the realm. I've spoken of this plan before, haven't I? It isn't some impossible dream. I truly believe it can be done. Which is why I want nothing more than to convince every person of consequence in Wu to resist the urge to surrender. But for now, I'm off to meet with Zhuge Liang. You should make your way over to the war room to wait for our arrival.
Okay, but I speak in limited capacity.
I think we can all agree that fighting Cao Cao is extremely reckless. How can we possibly hope to win against such numbers? Territory should not take priority over the safety of the people of Wu. Is it not said that needless bloodshed is the mark of a foolish leader?
I never thought I would witness the likes of Lord Zheng Jiao, suggesting we kneel to a tyrant who manipulates the Emperor and exploits all in his path. The Yellow Turbans of Qing, the Heishen bandits. They gave in to Cao Cao and have achieved distinction under his command. But in reality, their lives have been robbed of all meaning, and they now exist as nothing more than toothless beasts at the mercy of the lash. Tyranny is all that lies at the end of the path to Cao Cao's feet. Once you become a slave to his power, it becomes impossible to break free. Do you really think we should abandon our pride and forsake our future just to avoid making the sacrifice necessary to protect them?
We do not find giving up on our land and our people to Cao Cao any more tolerable than you do. But if this is what it takes for our people's lives to be spared, then is it not the best decision we can make?
He's right. There is no reason for us to sacrifice ourselves for pride. We will eventually win back everything taken from us.
With all due respect,
Cut the music, please. I'm talking.
I am honestly a little disappointed in what I'm witnessing here. The Sun clan, renowned for its brave warriors, has such cowards for officers.
How dare you!
Lord Liu Bei has no land to call home, and what soldiers and retainers he does have are far fewer in number than those of Wu. In spite of all that, he has sworn to never bend the knee to Cao Cao, and has even sent me to Wu to negotiate an alliance. He does so to save the people of Jing, who regard him with love and respect. And when I arrive here, all I see is Wu, for all its advantages, cowering beneath the shadow of Cao Cao, considering no option but surrender. No matter how many talented officers you assemble, or how well you govern your people, that cowardice makes all of Wu far weaker than Liu Bei alone.
All Liu Bei does is flee from battle to battle. He fled from Ji, he fled from Yo, and from Shu as well. He certainly has more courage than most, but only the foolhardy charge into battle without the strength to prevail.
So, tell us, Lord Zhuge Liang, are we to assume that you have discovered a way to defeat such a massive force?
Yes. I came here knowing that if we fight alongside Wu in this battle, there is a way for us to win. But if the mere thought of having to face a powerful enemy has robbed you of the will to fight, I'll just have to come up with a new plan. Lord Sun Quan, I highly suggest you carefully consider your circumstances and your ability to lead.
Now look here.
I understand the doubts of Zhao and the others very well. Lu Su and Lord Zhuge Liang have also made a strong case. We will end the discussion here for the time being. I need some time to gather my thoughts on what has been said. This is terrible. I'm a complete failure.
What do you mean by that?
My father laid the foundations, and my brother built Wu into the kingdom it is today. And yet I can't even muster up the courage to defend it. The shame that I feel is overwhelming. I know full well that we must fight. Yet, I can't help but realize how little chance we have of winning. War is crucial to the survival of the kingdom. But we should not fight battles we cannot win. This is a basic principle of warfare.
That is true. Lord Zhao was not by any means mistaken in his reasoning. If both sides are correct in their own way, then all that is left is for you to make your choice.
Surrender and be trampled upon, or fight and face certain defeat. I don't exactly have the best options to choose from.
Where did you get the idea that those were the only two paths? I think you should choose the third path. That is to say, you should bravely take the field, win the battle, and protect all that you hold dear. Is this not also what you had in mind, Lord Zhou Yu?
Zhou Yu, you have returned.
Yes, I've only just arrived. I'm a bit later than I had planned. But Lord Zhao and the others sure were grumbling up a storm. Zhuge Liang must have really caused a commotion at the meeting.
Perhaps his words were a little too bitter for them to stomach.
He must have thought that such an approach would be the only thing that could bring Wu to its senses. But Zhuge Liang's words were not meant to merely aggravate or inspire. I think he may actually believe that we can win. He plans to lead Liu Bei to victory, even if it means wringing every last bit of strength out of Wu. He would not have voiced his discontent so strongly without firm conviction. They are fully committed to this fight. We must make use of that. My lord, I speak to you now as a loyal retainer of the House of Sun. I have prepared a secret strategy that will ensure Cao Cao's defeat, but this plan cannot work unless we are able to use Liu Bei's forces. With my plan and the brave warriors in our ranks, we can protect the lives of our people, the domain of Wu, and everything we hold dear.
But this matter has divided us into two separate factions. What can I possibly do to convince everyone to unite as one? Even the soundest strategy is meaningless without the will to fight.
I will explain to them that there is a path to victory, and then I will urge them to reconsider. And if that isn't enough to inspire them to take action, well, we'll just have to appeal to their hearts instead of their minds.
Now even Lord Zhou Yu is insisting that we risk our lives in defiance. And just how do you plan on defeating an army of that size?
The size of Cao Cao's army certainly makes it a force to be reckoned with. But numbers can be deceiving. We must first compare the strengths and weaknesses of both sides. Our disadvantage lies primarily in our inferior numbers. But what do we have that we could use to our advantage?
The enemy is far from home, and they are also poorly trained. Most importantly, long boat journeys tend to bring sickness and fatigue.
Precisely so. And that's why we will fight them on the banks of Jing. No matter how imposing a force may be on land, on water, they become a mere jumble of poorly trained soldiers.
You have a point. Well, even a huge army makes for easy prey if its movements are sluggish.
As they will be slow to maneuver, all we need is a strategy to wipe them out before they have time to escape. What we will do is burn their entire fleet to ashes.
So we are to rely on nothing but unconventional tactics and sheer luck? Even if your fire attack were to succeed, how do you know we can win?
War is of course unpredictable, and I do not claim to have the ability to know the outcome of a battle before it is fought. But to consider no outcome but defeat before even taking the field, how is that any different than losing the battle before it even begins? Now, allow me to ask you all in plain words. Which path will you choose? Will you abandon the kingdom of Wu to live carefree lives without ambition? It is true that taking such a path may prolong your lives. You may even live long enough to reclaim your land and pride. But we would not be the ones to fight and die for the cause. That task would fall to none but our own children. Lord Sun Jian, Sun Ce, and all our forefathers. What would they think? Could you justify that choice to them? If you have even one small shred of pride left as retainers of the Sun clan, as the people of Wu, you will rise up, draw your weapons, and fight with all of your strength!
He's right! We must be the ones to protect Wu, no matter how powerful the enemy may be.
You can count me in. I'll honor my ancestors by fighting to the very end, so that my father and Su can look down on me with pride.
Those who wish to surrender should do so. That is, if there are any among us that don't mind licking the boots of our enemies.
So we have no option but to fight. However...
This discussion is now over. This is a fight for our lives. A fight for all of the people of Wu, past, present, and future. We must defeat Cao Cao's forces once and for all!
Let's win this together.
Yeah, I hope. Where will this path lead the kingdom of Wu?
Hopefully I'm still alive. Also, it's too bad they don't show that scene where Sun Quan cuts up the desk or the table, saying we will never surrender. Invitation to the feast of our dreams. What is with this guy and feasts? Banga, it has been too long since I last heard your voice. There will be another feast, under the guise of a war meeting, and I'd like you to be there with me. I know you're busy, but I'll make it worth your while. All your dining favorites will be there for you to enjoy. What is this guy's favorites, anyway? Like, he'll just eat murky pond water, even. Just chew it up.
Thanks for coming. I wonder how many times I've invited you here like this. I've been wanting to hear your thoughts recently, and this strategy council meeting made a good pretext for that. I have no other reason for asking you to come here today. I just wanted to express my gratitude.
Gratitude?
There's no playing the fool. Have you already forgotten about the alliance with Liu Bei's forces? Your fate and mine are intertwined now, and your ties with Liu Bei are what brought this alliance into being. Relying on your expertise was the correct move. Lord Zhou Yu said the same thing, you know.
It was due to your efforts.
Turning the compliment around, I see. Well, I certainly did my best to push the alliance forward. Which means I also have a duty here that I cannot shirk. Cao Cao's forces are immense, and as such, we are constantly overwhelmed. Our alliance with Liu Bei's forces just about put us on an equal footing. And yet, I have suggested sending everyone to their deaths so that Wu may remain standing. It's clear that the days to come will be filled with terror. How do you think things will turn out?
Victory will be ours.
A definitive statement. So you have more faith in Wu than I have, then. Surely Lord Sun Quan also thrusts himself into the fray with similar sentiments. Sorry for boring you with such talk. I had lost confidence in myself, and was dwelling too long on the negatives. But thanks to your words, I can feel truly proud of my decision. There's no doubt we shall realize this dream we've worked toward. We'll prove it to everyone, far and wide. We have the talent and skill to make it happen.
That we do. That we do. Oh, I guess I just talked to Sun Quan.
I have such admiration for this kingdom. I'm sure in most kingdoms the leader gives orders from on high and everyone must obey. But not here. In Wu, no one is forced to serve blindly. We debate the merits of each choice and decide together.
It's very admirable.
Yes, it's one of the things that I like most about our kingdom. But even so, it is very hard to get everyone to agree. I wonder how that last meeting would have gone without Zhou Yu and the others. If my father and brother were still alive to see how much Wu and I have changed, I wonder what they would say. Once gone, the dead can never come back to life. Yet, I can't help but wish I had the chance to show them. All that aside, it would be truly pathetic if we were to lose this war, given everything that's happened. I'm counting on you. We will use the unique strength of each of our soldiers to the fullest to achieve victory. That is the way of Wu.
Lord Peng Tong, I know you're in there. Today's the day you're going to hear what I have to say.
Good grief! How's a man to relax with lords of the land barging in uninvited? I am a humble man of little consequence. It doesn't matter how many times you come here. Your problems are none of my concern.
Yes, I know what kind of man you are. But I have a reason for being so persistent in soliciting you to join our side. Lord Peng Tong, your help will be essential to bringing Wu closer to victory. Wu's victory will ensure the safety of the people of Jiangdong, which will in turn make it possible to protect the people of Jing.
Is this your attempt to convince me? Sorry to disappoint, but that won't work on me. All life is precious, but it's not my battle to fight.
I see. Then you have forced my hand. I shall have to rely on my last resort.
Last resort? Well, I'll be damned. So they've got you doing their dirty work for them, have they?
I understand you are good friends with Lord Peng Tong. Please put in a good word for us with him.
We really need your help.
I almost feel guilty for causing you to be dragged out here. Oh, if it were anyone but you. I don't think I could ever bring myself to refuse if it meant damaging your reputation. Wu's leaders are a sinister bunch, aren't they? Fine, I'll help. But just this once.
Lord Pang Tong!
But don't expect me to swear fealty or anything like that. I'm going to do things my way, no matter what.
Okay, but chill out, man. We're good. You good now? Did we do good, Zhou? That night...
Sorry to bring you here so late.
You're not sorry.
In the coming battle against Cao Cao, I will need you to play a central role.
What role is that?
There is a crucial factor which must go in our favor. I want you to ensure that it does. We were afraid to say it in front of the others, but executing this strategy will be about as difficult as threading a needle on horseback.
Cao Cao is not an enemy that can be defeated without a great deal of luck. Or perhaps even a miracle.
We intend to overwhelm Cao Cao's massive army with fire. But simply starting the fires won't be enough for the plan to work.
At this time of year, the winds of the Yangtze River Basin blow from the west and the north. Cao Cao's forces are attacking from the north, so their ranks extend in the same direction. The wind will blow out our fires before they can spread.
Of course, Cao Cao is well aware of this, and likely plans to position himself to our north. But the peasantry of Jing have informed us that there is a place where the wind blows from the south for a short period at this time of year.
Chibi. They say there are times at night when a southerly wind blows down the cliffs on the southern coast.
We want to take advantage of that brief gust of wind. We'll only get one chance, so we must not waste it. You have a technique for predicting the wind, do you not?
To give this plan any chance of success, we are going to need that technique of yours.
Of course.
I knew we could rely on you. We will of course be doing all we can as well, but with your abilities, we will have a solid chance to prevail. We have you with us now. Your presence here may just be yet another gift from fate. Our fate will be decided at Chibi. We will defeat them if all goes according to plan, but everything depends on us engaging them at that precise location. So in this battle, we will repel the enemy vanguard and lead their main formation to Chibi. I want you all to act as if the final battle has already begun. Proceed with all due caution. Now the battle begins.
The Battle of Xiakou. Oh, and we got the tournament there, too. Well, that's gonna have to wait. Alright, let's just stop here, and then the next part we'll go to the Battle of Xiakou. And maybe do the tournament first. See you later, everyone. Thanks for watching.